morning of January 10th, we finished packing up the truck and drove to the border crossing at Tijuana. After getting a little lost trying to find the immigration building, we managed to get our documents stamped and we were on the road. We didn't end up filming anything at the border as we were a bit nervous trying to figure out the process. Once we were in Mexico, we drove straight for the oceanside town called San Felipe, where we were meeting up with some people we met through Instagram. Since we arrived in the dark, we didn't get to see much of the spot we were camping in, so we were stoked to be woken up by the first of many beautiful sunrises the next morning. It's pretty cool. So, who were these strangers that we met up through the internet? Well, we had the pleasure of meeting up with Brian and Christina of Dirt Trails Wanted and Alex and Megan of Overlander. We shared stories, ate food, and even got a haircut done. Josh wanted to bring his barber tools on this trip in order to make connections with people by doing what he does best, cutting hair and sharing stories.
Quiet until she's like an attack dog.
Okay. That's what you want though.
She's like, what?
Investment at first, like aluminum.
We reluctantly left this slice of heaven for the road as we wanted to get moving forward towards the tip of Baja. We just left after spending a few days with Overlander, Alex and Megan, and Dirt Trails Wanted, which are Brian, Christina, and Greta. And we stayed an extra night, longer than we expected, but we're so glad we did. We're actually so sad to say bye. But thank you so much to you guys for letting us come join you on a beautiful beach and sharing that with us. Now we're continuing forward south. We're gonna try driving a few hours and just finding a place to camp on the beach. Somewhere probably near La Villa de Los Angeles or somewhere around there. Yeah. We're gonna get some gas first, maybe some groceries, and then keep going forward. Josh is just airing up the tires. We had to put them down to 15 psi to drive on the sand because it's really soft. Hey Josh.
We are, I don't actually know. I think we're like over halfway down Baja right now. We are on the west coast?
East Coast.
We're on the east coast right now. We're at a random little beach pullout to camp for the night.
I think we are about 20-30 minutes past Mulahay.
That feels right.
Yeah.
So we're down here for the night. Going to post up. We're actually next to a very nice old man who also has a Land Cruiser, so we've been chatting with him, and he's actually done the same trip down to Panama and back.
Yeah.
So we're chatting with him. He gave us some good knowledge on some pro tips for the trip. We're going to try and catch the ferry in about 3-4 days and head over to the mainland, but for now we're just going to enjoy the Baja for a little bit. So we're hoping to get down to the tip, I think, tomorrow, and just enjoy the time that we have over there.
Exactly.
So it's been fun so far. It still hasn't clicked in that we're doing this, even though we've been in Mexico for like 5 days.
Something like
We've
that.
been on the road for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is Does not feel like that.
No.
I've lost track of days.
It's a nice feeling.
It is a nice feeling. It's been cool though. I'm excited to be doing this.
Me too. Cruiser. It's over there somewhere. I don't know if I'm pointing at it. But you can see it. Right now, I'm making some dinner. So this is our stove. We actually didn't try it until this trip, but it works awesome. I love it. And we're making some quesadillas. And yeah, so this stove we got in the summer, and we actually didn't use it until like 3 days ago, something like that. It's pretty bad. A lot of things we didn't try until we actually were on the road, but thankfully they're all working really well. This is the Camp Chef Everest 2, and it has the 2 burners, and it burns quite hot, but you also can simmer quite easily, which I really like about it. Josh is troubleshooting a USB port. That's right down here.
Yeah.
It's not getting power to it right now.
Oh shoot. That's probably the reasoning right there.
Broken?
Yeah, it's not connected.
Ah, there you go.
So here.
Well, this is our build. See, we got lights up there. Got this tabletop with drawers.
Should do a tour over the next couple days.
Yeah, we need to do a proper tour. That will be a separate video in itself because there's a lot of stuff that we did in here.
Is there?
Yeah.
This is practically stock.
Yeah, we bought this like this.
It's cool. There's actually a cool old man next to us right now who he has a pretty sweet 100 series.
Mm-hmm.
He's just, him and his wife actually drove down to Panama in there. I think he said they had a 67?
62.
Or 62?
Yeah, FJ62 he said.
Yeah, and they drove down to Panama in it. And then he's currently driving down to the tip of Baja by himself. And his wife is going to fly down and meet him because she doesn't like to drive as much anymore. So, pretty cool. So, we just did a little wander around his truck, wander around our truck. I'm basically an 80-year-old man at heart. So just walked around and kicked tires, which is fun. And now I'm fixing all the miscellaneous stuff on the truck right now.
Yeah.
I can. Because after about like 800 Baja miles, things are starting to rattle a bit. So starting to fix all of that, and figured may as well fix all the little things that are annoying me. So ADD for the win.
Yeah, ADD is kind of a superpower in some ways. When you get really motivated to fix something, Josh just does it.
It's funny because this doesn't really even matter, but I'm gonna fix it anyways because I'm here and I have the time to now.
And we don't have self-service, so there's not much we can do to pass the time. But this is actually really nice because we haven't been able to slow down in the last year and a bit because we've been working and preparing for this trip and getting everything ready. So
but it's nice to
really nice.
Just be able to slow down and not play on our phones or just do something dumb. We're actually just fixing little things and talking and hanging out. It's been very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been really nice.
Yeah. Sweet.
It works.
Fixed it.
Cool. So my window won't come up.
Yeah. So currently fixing the window motor for the passenger side on the side of the highway. I don't know where we are.
Almost in Loretto.
Almost in Laredo.
But my window decided not to roll back up.
So perks of driving a Land Cruiser. Mechanically it's fine.
Oh yeah. Just a window crapped out.
Just a window motor.
Yeah.
So what are the odds we find a window motor somewhere in Mexico?
The highways in Baja right now are so narrow that it's like really sketchy getting past semi trucks, but you can't really see it in the footage right now, but there's a truck hauling an excavator that's a little bit wider than the lane, and there was another semi truck coming opposite direction, and they had to stop and like wiggle past each other so they wouldn't collide.
Because they're essentially both like kissing the edges.
Yeah.
And just about to kiss each other on the side.
Yeah.
So there's like finessing past each other to get through this gap between the mountains.
Yeah, and then also the edges of the highways are just like straight drops. Like there's no like soft shoulder or anything. It's just like end of pavement straight down to dirt. So it's a little sketchy. So you definitely have to drive with caution here and take corners slow, or else you might hit a semi truck. We managed to do a little patch job on the window here. We just taped it for now. We're pretty sure that the motor is broken, so we're hoping that we can get a new motor. Yeah, here's the excavator. Look how wide that is. So would be scary to hit that.
Oh, and I think he blew a tire too.
Oh, seriously?
Well, it looks like he's trying to change a tire now as well.
Oh, poor buddy. I hope he's okay. We are walking around Toto Santos today. Gonna go find a little cafe to stay at for breakfast. Exploring a little town. It's really cute here. After exploring Toto Santos, we drove south to El Pescadero, where we set up camp for the night on the beach. We are set up for the evening on a beach outside of Toto Santos. I think it's Cerritos Beach. But there's a ton of rigs parked here, everyone's camping. It's really cool. We're gonna make some quesadillas again. We have a lot of tortillas to eat and a lot of cheese to eat, so we're gonna do that, watch the sunset, maybe go surfing tomorrow, we'll see.
Just saw some whales migrating, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't catch it on film, but there was like a little pod of gray whales that come to this area to have babies, which is really cool. Sitting on the beach enjoying the sunset. We got our squirt in our mugs. One of the best sodas ever, in our opinions. You can only get them in Mexico, and we love them. After camping near Toto Santos, we drove down towards Cabo San Lucas. We weren't able to find much camping there, but we managed to find a parking lot we were able to camp in. We're taking advantage of the resort's free Wi-Fi on this beach.
We're camping in the parking lot next to the resort.
Yeah.
So there's this beautiful all-inclusive next door to us. So we are currently stealing their Wi-Fi as well as using the public beaches showers
Yep.
and bathrooms.
We're not the only ones doing it though, so we're not total dirtbags.
No, we got told to do this
Yes,
by another couple.
By a nice couple that are like our parents' age, and they're
Yeah.
wonderful.
They're from Nova Scotia.
Yes, very
But
lovely.
We've become very good friends, and they basically talked us out of going anywhere else besides
Yeah.
staying here, so
Yeah.
we're camping next to them.
Yep, and we're gonna use the Wi-Fi right now and try and get some stuff done.
Yeah, it's because we couldn't find Wi-Fi anywhere else in the other towns we were in earlier.
Yes.
So we are currently just snaking Wi-Fi from the beach.
And have a beautiful view while we're at it.
So I'm not mad about this.
Yeah, me neither.
We're using it at sunset, which is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Cabo. We just had a shower at the public bathroom there. It feels so good to be clean. Some showers and a little bathroom, and you can camp here. So we camped here for the night. It was really nice and quiet, other than the resort next door was playing music till like 10:45 or something like that, but it wasn't too bad. But it feels really good to be clean right now. I think both of us last had a shower probably a week ago.
So we're in California.
Yeah, so like I think a week ago.
Yeah.
We've been using
Probably a week
baby
ago.
wipes since then, so it's nice to actually use shampoo.
It was very nice.
The next day, we drove over to La Paz to hop on the ferry to Mazatlan.
Driving off to get on the ferry. We'll find you on the other side.
We made it onto the ferry.
It took quite a while to figure this out,
Yeah,
and it would definitely be better if we had better Spanish. But
we figured it out still.
we figured it out still. We were expecting to be able to buy a ticket and then leave and come back. But in order to buy a ticket to get on the ferry, we had to go through customs
Yeah.
and then get our vehicle weighed and inspected. And then they let us buy a ticket. But once you buy a ticket, you're not allowed to leave.
You have to go onto the ferry.
You have to load onto the ferry right away. So
Yeah.
we're very early for the ferry.
We're 3 hours early,
Yeah, but well,
2 hours now.
2 hours now that we're on the boat.
but we arrived here at like 2:30. It took us like an hour and a half to figure out the ticket situation.
The boat doesn't leave till 7,
Yeah.
and it's
Almost 5 now.
4:45.
But the plus side, dinner is free. I don't know what it's gonna be, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
And then we're just gonna roll with it from here and see what happens.
So the ferry leaves at 7, 7 p.m. And then we arrive in Mazatlan at 8 a.m. I think.
I think 7 or 8 a.m.
So it's like a 12-ish hour ferry. So it'll be interesting trying to sleep on the ferry because we're in the like the free because you can rent like a little cabin.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to pay the money for that, so we're like we can just rough it.
There's a few different tiers of ferries that you can take. So some tiers
Yeah.
you can buy different cabins, which is just like a little suite like on a cruise.
Yeah.
Or because we don't really care, we just bought like the basic ticket, so we basically just hang out in
Yeah.
a room full of a lot of other people.
We like to punish
Cheers.
ourselves.
But then, as well, with the boat that we got on specifically, we are on Baja ferries. And with Baja ferries, you basically park your vehicle, lock it, and then you leave it, and you're not allowed back to your vehicle.
Yeah.
Where if you go with some of the other shipping companies,
Yeah.
you are able to go and see your vehicle and get stuff.
Yeah.
So we basically just packed up some snacks and a change of clothes, and we're like, all right, we'll see what happens. So we're just gonna hang out for the night now.
It's gonna party on a boat.
Hopefully we can get some sleep.
Yeah, fingers crossed. The ferry was different than what we're used to back home. We were able to get some sleep that night, but it wasn't very comfortable. Josh elected to lay on the floor under the seats, while I found a bench to sleep on in the middle of the lobby. Coming up in our next episode.
So we just talked to the company again,